the path that I took for a while. Unfortunately, her health kind of declined and she was trying to take on less business and I was starting to ramp up and get more business
Okay.
and help the team out in that way. So not only was she was giving me a couple of things here and there, which is fine. And she would always mentor me and, more heavily because I was a part of her team at that point. But she was very, very knowledgeable, had an engineering background. I love that about her. Very meticulous, very detailed. So I kind of attribute, I guess, some of the things that I learned from her and carrying that on into my personal business. So we had to split in the sense that she was trying to ramp things down and I was ramping things up. And I didn't want to
Uh-huh.
confine myself to a schedule because all the other teams were like, you got to be here 8 to 5 and all. I'm like, I can't commit to that type of schedule. I have children at home. I need that flexibility. That's why I wanted to get into real estate. One of the reasons that many of us want to get into real estate, that you're your own boss, you get your own hours, that type of thing. And then from there, it just kind of grew into this. It was really hard to,
Speaking of that family,
yeah, we have a special guest.
hi, Gabriel.
We call him Gabby or Gabi. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess the other thing I think that was a lot of people don't understand when they first get into real estate too, that I picked up on, was that it can be very salesy. It can be very hard to turn that switch off at times and to
Yes.
not be thinking in the back of your mind of, I wonder if I could, get this person as my client. I think that's something that's not really talked about a lot in our industry. I think we're probably all thinking it, but it's not something that's just like really talked about a lot. And I think just trying to, now that I've been in the business for a while, trying to turn that switch off and not worry about that so much has gotten
Uh-huh.
easier, I think. And it also, depends on what era and phase in your business you're in, what you're trying to figure out. How are you trying to lead generate in a way that's exciting to you? I think
Mhm.
that's also where real estate agents struggle is, well, comparison is another way that real estate agents struggle. You compare yourself to other people. I mean, it's good
Sure.
to aspire, right? But
Mhm.
it's a whole nother thing to start comparing and it can really bring you down.
So, is there any advice that you would give to a new agent that you maybe learned along the way that kind of helps with that?
I think, and this is kind of going back to, now I remembered what it was. So with lead generation, thinking of it, there's so many different ways that you can generate leads, quote unquote. But I
Absolutely.
but I think that picking one when you